It may have taken me a long time to try to figure out how to make a ChaMoma build, but I finally figured it out, and I found the base for y'all boys to end up messing with. But look, in today's video, I'm gonna show you this ChaMoma build that can get contact dunks, it can shoot, it can dribble, and it can play slight defense. So look, as of this build, I was testing it out on different positions. I'm gonna show you the difference between a point guard and a small forward version of this build. I've been testing a few type of positions because I was missing, like, okay, is the point guard better than the shooting guard? Is the shooting guard better than small forward? And I've been noticing the shooting guards this year is kind of like, they don't get as many like attribute upgrades, and you get less badge points in those categories. So look, I'm gonna end up hopping into my player builder real quick for y'all boys. This build will be crazy. We're gonna make the first one a point guard, but also remember, when we get into farther in the video, I'm gonna show you the small forward and another variation of another small forward. But as of the name of this build, when I end up making it a point guard, I get a 3-level shot creator. Yes, they give me the name 3-level shot creator, but as me making the small forward, I get an inside out shot creator. As the height of the build gonna be 6'3", and I'm gonna end up dropping the weight just a little to 190, and I'm gonna end up putting my wingspan to 6'10". With me doing this, you want to see, I'm going to have a 93 pointer, but we're not going to upgrade it to a 90. As you know, ChaMoma is not like a great shooter. He can get the job done, but he's not really a great shooter. But as a finishing wise, he's going to be able to get the elite contact dunks, the pro contact dunks, and even the small contact dunks on this build. So with this build being 6'3", and he's 6'3" in real life, I end up making it very close. I wanted to end up trying to even make it 6'2", but making it 6'2", it felt like I was at a bigger disadvantage compared to what I would have been at making it 6'3" on defense. So as of me end up hopping into my player builder, bro, we're gonna end up upgrading the layup and dunk. As of upgrading the layup and dunk, we're gonna get to a 93 drive and dunk, and the reason being, because if you got a 93 drive and dunk, you unlock those elite contact dunks at 92, but you get gold posterizer and limitless takeoff on gold. But when we get to the shooting, as a shooting, I was like, all right, I'm gonna think about my ChaMoma build from last year. An 81 3-pointer can get the job done. It's definitely a rating that's very greenable. As I'm gonna have an 81, I can also have an 81 mid-range. So as of having 17, 21, hey, when you get to the playmaking, this is where it's gonna confuse a few people, because as of having that 92 ball control, you need 94 to get handles for days on gold. As of having handles for days on gold, I noticed with a guard, I was not able to do this because I was not to sacrifice even more on defense and my actual physicals. So when I end up just leaving it at a 92, this is just if you want to end up having silver handles for days, but I have a version of the build with gold handles for days. But when it comes to the defense, I'm going to have 70 and 70 still, and I'm going to have the actual perimeter defense at both 70. But when it comes to actually the physicals, I'm going to put the physicals at 90 for the acceleration and the speed, because at those, that's an actually safe spot, because if you want to go too low, I don't want you to end up speed boosting super slow. But when it comes to the vertical, your vertical is going to be 82, because once you have a 92 drive and dunk and unlock elite dribble moves and get contact dunks off one, you have to have an 82 vertical now. It's not 80 anymore. But if you want those small contact dunks, you will upgrade it to an 85 vertical, so you can have all 3 dunk packages on this build. But keep in mind, when you end up trying to upgrade to that 85 vertical, it will take a lot of actual attributes when it comes for actually upgrading everything else. You be like, all right, I want to put my free throw up. If you were to end up putting your actual vertical up just a little bit more with a little bit of strength, you wouldn't maybe get nothing like that. But like I said, if you're someone that wants to get those small contact dunks, you're gonna have to make your vertical at 85 and lower your strength. As a lowering your strength, I noticed even when I played against other girls like Damian Lillard, even Marcus Smart, I end up getting a little bump off of them, but they was pushing back, but it wasn't compared to me having a 40. As of most of the time, I was trying to test out the shooting with this build. As of having an 81 3-pointer, the 81 3-pointer, it was getting the job done. It was getting the job done, especially with the 78 to all the way to 81 3-pointer range. I was actually getting the job done with this build. And this build didn't even have slivery finisher. But as of the second version of this build, we're gonna make it the same way, but it's gonna be a small forward. As of this build being a small forward, you're gonna make it 6'3", 190, 6'10" wingspan, nothing really crazy. If you wanna end up making your wingspan a little longer, the other option could be 7 foot. But 7 foot to me is pushing it, but it will help you get extra defensive badges on this build. And just by me sacrificing one thing, all I did was lower my 3-point rating on this build. Lowering my 3-point rating on this build ended up opening up a lot of things, because that last build only had an 80 layup. Now this build has an 85 layup, a 93 drive and dunk. I still have an 81 3-pointer. And then look, when we end up going down to these actual physicals, the physicals are going to be the same. The only thing that is the actual strength is different on this build. So sacrificing a little bit of shooting and your strength that's going to be another option. So if you're someone that doesn't care about the strength and you want the vertical and you want the driving layup, I'm gonna tell you that driving layup definitely is broken this year. Like when you have a high driving layup, you are going to be an elite scorer at the basket. But one problem with this build as well, if you're someone that still doesn't want that handles for days on silver, this might not be the build for you as well. Unless you want someone that's going to be actually like cool with having silver handles for days, that might not be the one for you. But as of this build, I went up here, I was going crazy. I was shooting, I was dunking, I was even finishing it consistently. But when I end up showing you this one, now this one is going to have to sacrifice its driving dunk. As you wanted the elite contact dunks, you can't get the elite contact dunks no more. As me sacrificing my driving dunk, it opened up a lot for this build. Because now I have 19 finishing badges, 20 shooting badges, 25 playmaking, still got the same 10 defensive badges, but now look at my vertical and now I have more script than I had in the last one. So as me having 19, 20, 25, and 10, having an 85 vertical to be able to get those small contact dunks and those pro contact dunks, having a high driving layup, I could definitely go crazy. And now this build has handles for days on go. Just because I sacrificed my driving dunk on this build, now I got handles for days on go. But so far as I'm playing with this build and testing it out, I actually was having a lot of fun with it. I was getting a few contact dunks, I was actually getting some ankle breakers here and there, and also I was hitting very consistently with that 81. And most of the times I was testing out jump shots, I was testing it out with Zach LaVine jump shot. But as of this build being a scoring build, this unlocks every scoring takeover: slashing, shooting, playmaking, and sharp. This build unlocks every scoring takeover in the game. But we're gonna end up getting the name Inside Out Shot Creator. As you're gonna end up making a point guard, it's gonna be John Morant on the screen instead of Anthony Edwards. But as of seeing an Inside Out Shot Creator, this build is actually insane. Just because of the stats, you can shoot with an 81 3-pointer, you can get contact dunks, you get that 94 ball control if you're gonna end up making the one that's a small forward and switching a few things. Then you also can still play defense and have a little bit of strength. But look, we might hop into badges. I'm gonna make it real brief and quick because a lot of you guys are still confused with the badges, so I'm gonna help you set up your badges with this build. As I'm gonna put Fearless Finisher on, it costs us 4 points, and I'm gonna end up throwing Acrobat on. Acrobat is gonna cost me way more. As this one cost me 5. Aerial Wizard is gonna cost me 2. That is because I end up putting Limitless Takeoff on go, and that costs 7 badge points. But if I end up getting that as a core badge, I'm gonna get those 7 badges right back, and I'm gonna end up equipping Posterizer on this build. Now I'm left with 2 extra badges. So as this setup so far, I would love to put Slivery on, but I don't have enough badge points. But look, if you're gonna play NBA 2K My Career, you can get 4 extra badge points if you play the actual next 6 games in the season. Because if you play those 6 games, you'll be able to get 4+ extra badge points to be able to put in any place in the category that you want. So if I want to put 2 shooting, I can put 2 shooting and still have 2 on defending or 2 on playmaking. But as of shooting, I end up putting Amped on, Guard Up, Green Machine. I'm telling you, Green Machine this year is going to be very important. But as of me end up trying to figure out what badge I'm gonna make my core badge, I decided to put Blinders as my core badge, since this badge costs the most out of all the badges. So I already got a badge that costs 6 badge points at silver. So now I got 3 extra badge points. I might as well just throw this Space Creator on. Space Creator, hey, throw the Space Creator. I got Limitless Range on bronze. That's the only other way I could put it. Or I could do Mid-Range Magician. That's another one that a lot of people must sleep on this year too. But as of playmaking, we're gonna go with Quick First Step. That costs us a total of 6. Then we're gonna go with the Unpluckable. That's 5. Then we're gonna end up going down to Handles for Days. Handles for Days, it gets silver when I was making, but if you make the other one, you'll get gold. But Clamp Breaker, it gets 7. Then when you end up making that your core badge, you got the badge right back. I can end up putting on my killer combos so I can end up putting my moves together and actually stun people. But in the comments below, let me know, do you want me to drop a video telling y'all how to end up getting your core badge and what challenges you gotta do? Because I end up doing that for y'all. It's just gonna take some time to actually break that video down, because a lot of you guys, y'all still not understanding this build system. But I can understand it's very complicated and it's very different from anything we played against. But like I told you guys in previous videos, if you don't have at least 15 badge points in every category, you're not going to end up getting a tier 3 badge. Since this build gets 10 defensive badges, I'm never going to end up touching a tier 3 badge just because I have to use the 10 actual badge points to get to tier 3. But as of the badges I have on, hey, it gets the job done. Off-ball pass, menace, pick dodger, and then we got the workhorse. Those badges definitely can get the job done out the corner. But if you're someone that's trying to look to guard ball, I'm gonna just let you know this now. This is not the way you want to go. But look, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more build videos like this, they are coming very soon. Make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe, put on those post notifications, all that good stuff, man. Hey, if your man ChaMoma, it's 2 videos on the screen. You might want to end up checking them out. It might help you become a better NBA 2K23 player.